Katie. I live in Kilfynydd, and for the last 5 years I've run a young family focused project called Little Lounge. So Little Lounge started in around about 2015, purely and simply as a baby and toddler group. Project has grown. We started to run a pop-up cafe. We got our volunteers qualified in food hygiene. We've partnered with the community centre and run bigger community initiatives. But we've always been very much focused on families with young children. So that's our passion, is to support young families and also give them an environment where they can meet other families in the community.
I'm really grateful of Little Lounge to be able to make new friends, and it was really good as well for my little one to socialise with like other children and get involved in activities that were local to us.
So we already have a lot of kind of hats that we wear in the community, but that also means that we've got loads of partnerships across Pontypridd and RCT. We realised that there was this basement area of the community centre that was disused. We had this idea to apply for funding to develop the basement into something which was more focused towards young families. That was the start of this really brilliant relationship between us and Interlink. What it meant was, during COVID, we could start to hold outdoor activities and have a space where the volunteers could be, and we could like store any of, if it was for the pantry, for example, that's where we store all the food. But all the residents in the community have got this garden that they can be in a safe area, socially distanced, but it's off the road. It's just been perfect. In a really bizarre way, COVID has actually made Little Lounge expand its reach into the community. But then during lockdown, the pantry project kind of emerged. We started asking for donations of plants and vegetable seedlings, and that became a real community exchange kind of thing, where people would bring what they didn't need and then we'd plant it in the garden, and then we'd hold these little sessions for young kids where they could come and pick. A couple of months later they were picking beans and onions and things that we'd grown in the garden.
I mean, in these times of lockdown as well, for us it's been super useful to have things like access to the flour and the bread.
We've had a fellow who's just been shielding, came along, and that was his first, exploration back into the real world. And we had a good natter with him one week, and that was just really good, just to have that time in a space that was safe for them, comfortable for them. So it's just a really good way of enhancing inclusivity in the community.
We've been helped by Interlink since the very beginning. We don't necessarily have the knowledge or the resources to do what we want to do, but when you can send an email or pick up the phone and say, this is what we want to do, how can you help us get there? And they're like, right, we'll get you there. Then it's just brilliant to know that you've got people who've got your back. I think it's probably what's carried me through lockdown, is being involved with a team of people who are so dedicated to doing something positive in a really difficult time. We've got community volunteers from all different walks of life, and people that we'd never met before COVID and now part of our volunteer team. And it's just been really inspiring and really uplifting in a time where, you can tend to look at all the negative, but actually when you've got this happening on your doorstep and it's really positive, it's brilliant.